change in characteristics, and we're concerned he may have a bio leak. That's the reason for the admission. So the surgeon who's on call, they want a CT of the abdomen with and without PO and IV contrast. I'm sorry. PO and IV. And then if we can send the drainage from the bag for cell count, bilirubin, amylase lipase.
So, the nurses can't find none of Nasir's veins. If she do find a vein, it blows. The CT he had to do with contrast and without contrast. That way they're able to see if it's a leak anywhere. We have to drink this. The nurse mixed it with apple juice. So she said it was full all the way to the top. So she said we got to drink half of it. So this is half. So this is all he has to drink within an hour. This is not easy. So y'all, we just came back from doing the CT. Shout out to the CT tech. Y'all, he had me cracking up. I needed that laugh. But we're back in the emergency room. Transport brought him back to his room. So we're just waiting for the results. I just came in the bathroom because I had to use the bathroom. But yeah, stay tuned. So I got the results back. Pretty much there is no leak from the liver. There's no leak, which is a good thing. His doctor did tell me that whenever there's a split liver, like I told you guys before, whenever there is a split liver, there's often fluid that drains after. So that is why the fluid was draining out, but his levels was a little elevated. His white blood count was elevated, so they started him on some antibiotics. They did say it's some fluid around his lungs, the right side of his lungs. The left side of his lungs was clear. I'm gonna put an image of what the actual name is right here. It is pretty much one of the complications after surgery, but otherwise he's not having no type of breathing problems. They are going to admit him and they're going to observe him for at least 24 to 40 hours. He's over there. So we're still in the emergency room. I'm waiting for the banana to come. I'm waiting for Harmony to get dropped off to the hospital. That's the update, and we're just sitting here waiting for a room. He was able to finish the stuff that was in the bottle. He was able to finish that with no problem. After several long hours, Nasir was finally able to get a room. Because he had a liver transplant, he could not be in the room with anyone and had to be in a room by himself. This is Nasir's bathroom and his room. It's really big. So right now we're trying to figure out who's gonna stay with him. If I'm gonna stay, if my mom's gonna stay. So we asked Nasir who he wants to stay with him. He said he wants his nana to stay with him. So my mom is most likely gonna stay with him and either go to work from the hospital, and I'm gonna wake up in the morning, put Harmony to school, and then be back here. He did have infectious disease control appointment tomorrow. So I honestly don't know how that's gonna go. I don't know if they're gonna see him in the hospital while we're here or what. I don't know what we're doing, but that's the verdict. But I think one of the doctors are here. I gotta go talk to somebody, So y'all, it's been pretty much a crazy day. Nasir was discharged from the hospital. It has not been no drainage coming out into the bag, which is a plus. He did get PT in the hospital. They did say, like, when he came home, pretty much when he came home, Papa was sleeping all day. He was sleeping all day. He did not get out of that bed at all. Only time he got out of that bed was to use the bathroom. Other than that, Papa was sleeping all day. They pretty much told me that when he's pretty much laying down all day and not doing nothing, not moving around, that's what causes the fluid to build up, which is, like I said yesterday, is one of the complications from the liver transplant. So yesterday, before we went to the doctor's appointment, I told Nasir, I said, Papa, you're not going to be sleeping all day in this bed. You're going to get up. You're going to sit on this couch. Even if you just watch TV, or if you don't watch TV, you can play on your tablet, your game, whatever. But you have to sit on this couch. I also told him that he has to start walking up straight and not bent over, because he was walking like bent over a little bit. So everything I told him yesterday, PT turned around and told him everything in the hospital. He did so well in PT. They did give him a toy, which you guys know, it was Legos. So my mom said he put the whole entire thing together in the hospital. So he was really excited about that. They did, like I said, up his meds. And they swapped some meds out, which is good. Tomorrow we do meet with the surgeon for a follow-up. Next week we meet with his liver doctor, the hepatologist. So I'm just praying that they could take this drain out either tomorrow or next week, Tuesday. But overall, that is the update. I am waiting for the pharmacist to come, because we deal with the pharmacist in Jersey. So I'm waiting for the pharmacist to deliver meds. The pharmacist got to deliver meds tonight and tomorrow. So I'm waiting for that. As soon as they come, Big Mama is going to sleep. I got my alarm set so he could take his meds. But yeah, other than that, the power of God, y'all. I be praying nonstop for my boy. Literally, this situation got me praying. Okay. But other than that, he's okay. That's the mini update. I'll let you know how the appointment goes tomorrow with the surgeon. And that's that. I'm about to get some rest, because I'm starting to get bags under my eyes, and this is not cute. So, in the doctor's office, waiting to see the surgeon. So, hopefully, this drain can come out, because he felt uncomfortable with it going. There's no fluid going in the bag, so that is a plus. You okay, buddy? You okay? What's up, y'all? So, if anybody is going to have a liver transplant or any type of transplant, y'all, just be prepared. Be prepared. Just be prepared. Make sure you guys have an emotional support system. Make sure you guys have a strong support system, because literally today in the hospital, I was literally about to cry, like literally about to cry, because that's how much it was. So pretty much, let me backtrack. So Monday, October 15th, we were supposed to go do blood work in the morning, go to radiology so he could do a CT. Now, the reason why they wanted him to do the CT was because his drain was still draining a little bit. So they wanted to do a CT to make sure, see where the fluid and stuff was. That radiology appointment to do the CT was scheduled for this week, Thursday, right? They rushed. This is now Friday. They rushed to schedule the appointment. So here come Monday morning. I had to be at the hospital at 11 o'clock. They called me Friday evening to come early to the appointment on Monday to do blood work. Anytime we have to see the doctor, we have to do blood work. They have to constantly check his levels, constantly make sure his levels are good, make sure his levels are not high and stuff like that. So we constantly have to do blood work. I wake up, get me and the kids ready now because Monday was a holiday. So the kids was out of school. So I'm getting the kids ready. By 8:30, the lady calls me and was like, oh, well, we're still waiting for prior authorization for radiology. I don't want you to come all the way over here and the authorization isn't approved. So I was like, well, how long is it going to take? She was like, well, I don't know. So I'm like, okay, can you call me back by 9 o'clock? By 9:30, the car service is coming to pick us up. And we have to get ready to go to the hospital because I have to do blood work first. So she's like, okay, I'll call you back. So now I'm frustrated because I'm like, I'm not going all the way over there to the hospital to waste money just to do blood work when I have to come back to the hospital Tuesday. The lady was supposed to call me at 9 o'clock. It's now 9:15. The lady has not called me. So I call radiology back and they tell me the appointment is still pending. The authorization is still pending. So now I'm frustrated because now I got to call the car service, cancel the car service last minute. I had to tell her, squeeze me into an appointment for today for CT. So she was able to squeeze me in for today to do the CT. So now I'm very frustrated because now it's 2 weeks. I'm already sleep deprived. Like, I really need sleep. Every time I lay down to get sleep, my phone rings. Nasir calls me. He needs help. Or the hospital is calling me. The pharmacy is calling me. Somebody is calling my phone. And I'm just like, I'm not getting sleep. Anytime I get into a deep sleep, my sleep is broke, and then I can't go back to sleep, and I'm up looking lost in the sauce, and I just be so freaking tired. Now today, we get ready. The car come and pick us up by 6:50. It was scheduled for 7. We get to the hospital at about 7:15. Labs don't open up to 7:30. So we have to sit in the lobby for 15 minutes waiting. Now, I don't know how the lab people are able to find his veins like this to do blood work. But when it's time to do anything, or a central line, an A line, or anything, it's so hard for them to find a vein. My appointment for radiology was scheduled for 8:15. Normally, you're supposed to be there like an hour or hour and a half, or about 30 minutes, 45 minutes before, give or take, or whatever. So after we did labs, I went upstairs to the other side of the building to go to radiology. When I tell y'all, it took an hour, a whole entire hour, for them to find a vein. The nurse poked Nasir about 3 times. Couldn't find a vein. Every time she thought she found the vein blew. They using hot packs. Still not working. So I'm like, all right, when he was in ER to do the first CT, they had to call in an ultrasound tech. Now, mind you, my appointment to see the hepatologist is at 9:30. He has to see the hepatologist weekly for weekly visits. Y'all, when I tell y'all I thought surgery was the hard part, surgery is not even the hard part. The hard part is going to the hospital, going to the doctor's appointments every single week, because you're going to the doctor, you're going to the hospital every week. Before you see the doctor, you have to get labs drawn. Now, if you're anything like my son, and it's hard to get a line, or you're thinking you're just going for labs and then a doctor's appointment and turn around, you gotta go to the ER to get a CT and all this other stuff. It literally changes everything, and it literally drains you. But when I say y'all, it took them about an hour, literally an hour. Once ultrasound tech came, they was able to find a line. So we got that. Kudos. We waited maybe about 15 minutes. He had to take oral contrast. So we did that, waited about 15 minutes. The guy came downstairs from radiology, brought him upstairs to do the CT. I already knew the guy because I seen him prior to doing the first CT visit, so I already knew the guys. The guys are getting familiar with my face anyhow because I'm seeing them often. We finished with CT. I'm calling in between time, I'm calling the liver doctor, giving them update, the receptionist update, and she's working with me, and she's like, no, I understand this, that, and the third. She was like, whenever you're done, just come upstairs. So I'm like, okay, cool. We finally get upstairs. It's now 10 o'clock. Now I'm rushing because my car is supposed to pick us back up at 11 o'clock. I want to go home. Nasir has a 4-hour window. Once 9 o'clock hit, Nasir has a 4-hour window for him to take all of his morning medications. And y'all, it is about between 12, 13, maybe 14 medications that he has to take, okay? We going over everything. Pretty much labs, everything looked good. His magnesium was low. Started him on the meds that I had already had that they gave me. I started that on him today. Come to find out, they got the results of the CT. The results of the CT kind of show that there's still fluid, but because the drain that he has in is only draining a little bit, that means the drain is clogged. So now, instead of it being an appointment where he's supposed to take this damn drain out, it turns into an appointment that Nasir has to go back, do a minor surgery to get the drain out, for them to fix whatever they need to fix, to put the drain back in, because the fluid is not flowing out into the drain properly, it is pretty much causing his white blood cells to be extremely high, which is kind of causing him to have an infection. So this is why he's on antibiotics for 2 weeks. When I tell y'all, this shit is no fucking joke. It is no joke, okay? I'm the type of person, I laugh, I ha-ha, kiki. I make people laugh. I like to have a good time. But y'all, when I tell y'all, I'm tired. Literally, I almost broke and cried because they kept sticking Nasir. And I'm like, Lord, please, please, Lord. I'm literally sitting here praying, like, Lord, let them find a vein. Nasir crying. He's like, ow, it hurt. And I'm just out. It literally, today, it literally hit me because I was just so overwhelmed. So this is how 2-week post-op is going. So now I get a call by 4:15 that he has to go in tomorrow back to radiology for them to do the procedure, for them to take out the drain, and then for them to put the drain back in. Y'all, when I tell y'all I'm tired, I am sick of going back and forth to this hospital. It is like literally draining me, and I feel like this is just me venting, but it's literally overwhelming. It's literally draining, and I'm really trying not to cry, but I am tired. I am exhausted. I literally thought the hard part was surgery. The hard part wasn't surgery. The hard part is having to keep coming to the hospital for these doctor visits, coming to the hospital to do blood work. That is, to me, that is the hard part. That is extremely the hard part. But I wanted to give you guys a 2-week post-op update. But I think my next post-op video won't be until like a month from now. He'll be 1 month post. So y'all, this is it. Please continue to keep Nasir and us in prayers. It is a long recovery. Nasir yesterday, over the weekend, he had fun. He was in good spirits. He had fun. Today is like his mood is down. He's very sluggish. He felt weak, and it's just a lot, y'all. But just continue to keep us in prayer. Continue watching Nasir on this journey. And if you guys have any questions or comments or concerns, or if you just need me to be a support system to you guys, just drop it in the comment section. You guys can always email me. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.